Right, I'm sorry guys, but there's some things I need to bring to your attention. I've been playing FIFA career mode for quite some time, and recently it came to my attention that it is actually completely stupid. Now, I've been playing FIFA 18 career mode pretty much once every 7 days. I mean, religiously, since the game actually came out, and it hasn't taken me that long to discover several things wrong with it in literally every single sense. So today, in a video hopefully slightly longer than 10 minutes in length, I'm going to compile all of these stupid things together for your enjoyment, and hopefully so that you're not completely bamboozled by said stupid things when they occur in your own career modes, because I'm afraid these things are universal. You need to know about these things. It's public interest, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get stuck into proceedings. Now, one new thing that EA tried to add to FIFA this year was this whole breaking news tab that we have on the screen right now. But naturally, any new thing that EA tried to add to a game is fundamentally broken in every sense. One of the screen grabs that you can have in the breaking news tab is a billboard for when someone signs for a new team. And that all seems fine and dandy, until you realise that every single team in every single city of every single country appears to have the exact same billboard. Have you been to Liverpool and have you been to Paris? Because I can confirm they are very different types of place. I mean, if that was in Liverpool, it probably would have been stolen by now. Unless EA are indicating that this in fact is a universal billboard used only for signing new players and not for any sort of other advertisement whatsoever. And who's this geezer? This guy has clearly been photographed in an empty stadium reading it. Who takes a newspaper to an empty stadium to I don't know, to just read? Who in their right minds thinks, you know what today's activity is? I'm slapping off to the local stadium to just read the Daily Mail there. Now, if anyone's ever thought of buying a player from West Bromwich Albion on this game, I literally don't know why you would. They are literally the most irrelevant club in the universe. Then you'll be in for quite a surprise. Fam, we're indoors, G. Take off the hat. Why is my man acting as if he's doing negotiations with me in 47-degree heat in the middle of an Ibiza afternoon? It's not that deep, mate. Basically, old Roadman Pulis over here wears his cap for literally everything.
Hop out the 4-door with the 440 was 1, 2, 3 and 4.
Honestly, what has this video actually become? If he literally wears it for everything, man, Mrs. Pulis must be so annoyed. That must really get in the way of, let's just...
Peggy 3.
I bun it. We're just gonna negotiate with this geezer, because I want one of his... What is that face? Nah, mate, just for the state of that face, I'm offering £1 and £1 only. That's all you're getting from me, Tony. Yeah, be angry all you want. You clapped, and your hat's dead. Now, what does the phrase "one for the future" mean to you? I don't know, maybe a wonder kid, someone who's got a high potential, a youngster who is going to really change the world of football. Incorrect. Alright, sound. What it actually means is anyone between the ages of 16 and 19 who happens to have a pulse and is able to physically kick a football in the right direction. Meet James Tierney, who coincidentally happens to have the deadest trim of 2017. FIFA 18 thinks that this guy is going to be one for the future. He's gonna be a wonder kid. Well, if we look at his overall, he is in fact 50 overall. He could have a good potential. He could still have a good potential. He's still young. He can still develop into a phenomenal player.
Scintillating.
Now, I'm not going to beat around the bush on this one, but what in the tits do shirt sales do for you? What do these pieces of digital fabric, probably made in Penanjong in the north of Brunei, have anything to do with me? I don't earn money from it, so what's the point them being here? All I see is a load of statistics that actually mean nothing. Weekly earnings £3.82 million. I could do that from just sticking Vivo in the bottom left of this thumbnail. Now, staying on the topic of making P, we're now going to talk about prize money, because it makes no sense. You can see here, or you could see there before I went off it, I've got £87.34 million before this Carabao Cup tie against QPR. We're going to sim this game, and we're going to obviously, I don't know, see if we get any prize money, you know, from progressing in a cup competition. That would make sense. We've won the game 5-0, we're into the next round. Previous FIFAs, you know, you'd earn some cash from that. That's a little bit more to go into the transfer budget for the next transfer window, looking a little bit good. It's not great, but it's still, you know, 100k or something. No, why would you earn money from progressing in a competition? To be fair, it might just be because it's the Carabao Cup. Maybe in the FA Cup, we've beaten Brighton. Maybe we will get that prize money. Maybe it's just because the FA Cup is seen to be bigger than the League Cup. You can maybe get the money from that instead, but not the League Cup. No. What do you mean? No. Where is this money going? Can you imagine being a manager and walking into the boardroom after winning, I don't know, after winning in the most recent round of the FA Cup, going in and saying, right, so where's this money then? Am I going to get that in the transfer kitty? And the flipping chairman just turns around to you and goes, yeah, honestly, I'd love to give it to you, but I just bought a year's supply of Freddos. Now, I'm not being funny, but I'm about to be very funny with EA on this one. Why can't I ask for money from the board anymore? What am I meant to do between transfer windows? I'm not getting any prize money from doing anything in competitions, and I can't even ask the board for anything. If I use all my money in the summer, I have literally no way of getting any money for January. Imagine walking then back into your chairman's office after the last time and saying, could I have 10 million to buy a new player? No. Alright, could I have a couple of million? No. You're literally holding a tenner. Could I have that? No. Tony, just take off the hat. The year is 2017. And Casemiro still doesn't have a flipping face on FIFA. He's literally a player with 89 potential and plays week in, week out for one of the biggest clubs in the entire world, being Real Madrid. Why are EA so lazy? Just go and scan his head. And I mean the one on top of his neck, not the other that could.
Peggy 3.
And yet, despite all of this, Casemiro still looks like a 47-year-old Venezuelan farmer in the game. Who's this imposter? Who is this? Marco Asensio has 92 potential. That isn't Asensio's face. How come two of the best players for Real Madrid's future don't have a scan, yet this random Accrington Stanley defender has a full one? What is this? Now this one really, quite frankly, does grind my gears. How come big teams play like small teams on FIFA and small teams play like big teams? Naturally, if every small team played like a big team and every big team played like a small team, they wouldn't be their respective big and small. That makes no sense. Let me go again. If every small team played like a big team, then they would be a big team, wouldn't they? Realistically, in the same fashion that if every big team played like a small team all the time, then they would be a small team. But they're not. So why are they only like that when they play you? So the guy in charge of making the AI for career mode, old Jamal here, you can't do that. What? You can't do that. What do you mean? You can't call a black character Jamal just because he's black. That's totally unacceptable. It literally says his name's Jamal on him. It literally, what are you on about? Give me one reason why I can't do it. It's 2017. Holy f***, you're right. So old Steve over here thought this would be a great idea. What were you on, fam? In what world do you get beaten by Brighton 5-0 and then comfortably beat Manchester City? It makes zero sense. Alright, we've simmed to the end of the season, June 2018. I imagine next after this is July of 2018. That's it. I draw the line. I'm sorry, but this is it. I'm sorry. 2015 isn't even on the game. Why would the year 2015 be on FIFA 17? I can't. I'm done. It's Pez for me from now on.
Scintillating.
I just can't. I just can't. I always wanted to be an F1 YouTuber anyway.
I punch man up for less, I punch man up for less than that. Man wanna come invest in chat, no, protect your chest and back. Came in the room on a rude boy ting, now I'm in the search of a teeth and manners. These equal use ain't beating hammers. You're not bad, you'll get slapped and dragged. You'll get tagged and bagged, raise that hand, get nabbed. Your man them all hold jabs, don't try flex on man, I'll suplex your nan.